Hey Screamheads, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how... Hello?
Hello, Tony.
Who is this?
The question isn't who am I, the question is how I came across your channel.
I like that thing you're doing with your voice. It's sexy.
You show me your ghost face, I'll show you mine. What's your favorite YouTube channel?
Ross Creations. He's really funny. Oh, also The Passion of the Nerd. You know, he does those essays on Buffy.
Buffy! I showed her what a real slaying is.
Listen, asshole.
No, you listen, you little bitch. You make another YouTube video, I'll edit you out. Cut, cut, cut. Like a fish, you understand?
Is this some kind of intro?
Can you handle that, Tony?
Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a screen accurate Ghostface costume. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, subscribe, all of it. It really helps me to grow my channel. And if you guys wanted to buy a screen accurate Ghostface costume, which you can do, there are some vendors out there who have some really cool ones, really good quality. However, those go for about $300 to $400. So if you just want to save, some coin and also have like a cool costume that's a lot more screen accurate. First, we have the Fun World Ghostface costume. You do want to get the adult plus, because if you notice on the movies, his robe is actually really flowy and loose. So if you get the fitted one, the one size fits all, then it might seem a little bit snug. This one's going to give you that cool drapey look that we're going for. And opening this up, you see this mask here actually is a hard plastic. Casey pulls the mask, it's a rubber, it's not a hard plastic, and it doesn't have the cloth right here, so we're gonna toss that. Actually, I am gonna use that. That is gonna go in a shadow box with my Scream knife. So since we're scrapping that mask, you also want to order yourself the Ghostface mask. And this one will be a rubbery, more like the ones that are used in the movie. And it's also from Fun World. The costume doesn't come with gloves, so make sure you pick up a pair of gloves. I got these from Amazon. They're kind of a generic brand. They're pretty nice filling quality. They don't feel like super thin. However, the stitching's a little strange, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. But I do like them, so what I'm going to do with these is I'm actually going to sew these to the arms of the Ghostface costume. And you do want a knife for Halloween, and if you don't want to spend $90 for the buck knife, plus you can't really use that for like prop or anything, so I bought this, and this is a stunt knife and or a training knife. It's just a plastic. It's it's a little firm. It's firmer than those really like cheap bendy ones that you get during Halloween time. So this one's really nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this and it'll look more screen accurate. Next, we got the shoes, baby, the shoes. These are the Rockports that I found on Amazon. I looked at the shoes used in the movie and I looked around on the internet, and these resembled those shoes the closest. I don't know exactly what brand shoes those were. Last things you'll need is spray paint, and you're going to want the oil rubbed bronze metallic paint and primer in one by Rust-Oleum, and this is going to give you that sparkly effect on the robe. And we have the Rust-Oleum metallic finish silver, and we're going to use this for our knife. Alright, step one on this costume modification, we are going to sew our gloves to our sleeves so we don't have this. Instead, we have this. First, I folded in the sleeves about an inch from the lowest cut, and then I safety pinned the the sleeves to the edge of the glove, and I put safety pins around the glove and the sleeve evenly so that it would be lined up. Now that it's all pinned up, you can turn this inside out and start sewing. If you don't know how to sew, I just recommend watching a simple YouTube video. And this is what it looks like finished, and I'll pull it back right side out and take out the safety pins. As you can see in the back of the robe, there's a slit with some strings to tie it together and some tags. I don't like any of this, so I'm going to just snip off these tags. I'm going to cut these strings off too because I don't need them. I'm going to sew this whole back part up. So now we're all stitched up. Here we go. Time to do some cutting. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to divide this into 3 sections. And on those 3 sections I will divide them down the middle about halfway. It is up to about that length. You can see in the movie, and I'm wearing my boots to make sure that it's the right length when I got my boots on. So I've already cut out the bottom of the robe. I didn't cut the bottom over here where the seam is on the sides of the robe. As you can see, I left that long and I just folded that up, and I'm going to stitch it to the side here because I didn't want the seams to start coming undone by cutting that. Now let's see if the robe is the right length.
Kind of the one component the killer is missing.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, if you want to be the new version, the killer should be filming the murders.
Yeah, it's like the natural next step in a psycho-slasher innovation. I mean, you film them all real time, and then before you get caught, you upload them into cyberspace.
Making your art as immortal as you.
Can you handle that, Tony?
Fuck you, you cretin.
Surprise, Tony. Tony wanted me to say Thank you to you on his behalf for being followers and watchers of his show. And I would like to thank you on my behalf for appreciating my work. It's nice to know that I'm considered a cut above. Be seeing you sooner than you think.